What comes to your mind when you hear mobile phones? Tell me anything that comes to your mind. What do you think about when I tell you mobile phones? Okay? Can you please tell me? Lionel, for example.
Oh, if I have to talk about myself, I will say addiction.
Don't be shy. I think we all are. I think we all are. But anyway,
Yeah,
thank
maybe.
you. Thank you, Lionel. It's very honest. Very good.
Yeah.
What about you, Lisette?
Mobile phone for me is a challenge because I looking for balance
Yes.
between necessary and pleasure or addiction. Yeah,
Yes.
and
Of course.
it's a challenge for me.
Uh-huh. I understand. I totally understand. Let's say good morning to Rosine. Rosine, are you here with
Hello,
us?
hello everybody.
Hello,
Hello.
Rosine.
Hello.
Sorry for my being late.
It's okay, no problem. People are
It was
coming one
I
after.
was over the phone. I was inviting somebody to
Oh,
take part of us.
very good. This is a very nice occasion for me to ask you the question that we ask before we start. What comes to your mind when you hear mobile phones? What is your your first thought when you hear this word, mobile phone?
You know, Yannick,
Tell
and you
me.
know everyone. I have age. I'm a 49 years girl,
Old, yeah, yeah.
49
Years
years
old,
woman,
yes,
and I knew far away.
yes,
You know, the telephone is a phone with, you know.
yes, yes, yes.
Why are you laughing?
First
Why are you
generation.
laughing?
Sorry.
I totally, I,
So, mobile phone is just something revolutionary. You can
yes,
see people over it. You can
yes,
see their image. You can, you know, register them, enregistrer.
yes, record.
We record things, record them. You can do a lot of things with it. So it's just revolutionary.
Okay,
You can see a zoom over the phone.
yes,
It's a lot of things. And I
yes,
think we, you know, it's, like I say, we have a lot of moyens de communication.
communication means.
Yes, we have a lot of communication means,
Yes,
and the communication is bad because we don't have emotion. We don't, you know, not like before. It
yes,
was more warm, you know.
yes.
This is little cold, you know.
It was warmer.
Warm. Je sais pas, je peux dire en français.
What do you want to say?
Je veux dire qu'on a beaucoup de moyens de communication pour une communication moyenne.
Can you repeat, please?
On a beaucoup de moyens de communication pour une communication moyenne. On a une déperdition de choses. Au lieu d'appeler quelqu'un pour lui dire joyeux mercredi, tu vas lui envoyer une image qui dit joyeux mercredi.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like that. I don't like it. Okay, so we have many communication means for average communication. Average communication.
Yeah.
We can send a photo, a meme to say happy birthday or something like this instead of writing or calling. Okay, I understand. I see where you're coming from. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Let's move on to Rebecca. Rebecca, what comes to your mind when you hear mobile phones? The first thing.
I just think about all my memories, and that's very scary because
Huh? Okay.
often, because often I don't have my book and my pen to write what I think and my idea, something like that. So I often have my phone. So I write on my phone
Okay.
my some note,
Okay.
um, my thoughts, and often I'm saying I have to write it or put it on my computer because if I lost my phone, I will lose all
Everything.
my memory and my idea, and that's
Okay.
crazy. But it's important for me
Okay.
to have it with me.
Okay. So mobile phones for you is I mean, it makes you think of your memories,
Yes,
souvenir.
yes,
Okay, very
memories,
good.
and
Okay,
words. Yeah.
very good. Thank you very much, Rebecca. What about you, Jesse?
For me, a mobile phone is a smartphone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um, is moyen, média.
Means.
It's
Means.
a mean. It's a mean to communicate.
Yeah, to
Communi-
communicate. Yeah,
to
communication.
communicate.
Mhm.
It's a mean. It's a communication mean
Yes.
to talk people.
Mm-hmm.
Is mean of picture,
Pictures. Yes. Mm-hmm.
pictures.
Yeah. Photos. Yes.
Is mean of work to
Okay.
work,
Also, it's a work tool, an outil, a work tool.
work tool
Yes.
of
Okay.
work.
Yeah. Thank you very much. This is very nice. Thank you very much, Jesse. What about you, Kwame? You do not have a phone, but when you
No.
hear mobile phones, what do you think of?
For me, phones
Mhm.
is a communication means
Yes.
and a work tools. So,
All right. All right.
mais
But
je pense, but
I
I
th
think,
Mhm.
I think, I think, il ne faut pas l'utiliser souvent.
We should not use it often. We
We
should not
should not
use it
using
often.
often.
Look in
Often.
the chat. Look in the chat. I will write sometimes the vocabulary for you. We should not use it often. You see it in the chat?
Yes, I
We
see.
should not use it often. Very good. Who else has not talked about
We should
the,
not use it often.
okay, very good. I think everyone expressed him or herself about this first question. Let's move on to my second question. I'm talking maybe more for people who are at least 18 or 20, maybe. What was life before mobile phone came along? What was your life like? What was your life like before mobile phones? What was the
18,
difference?
18 or
Maybe not for
what
Kwame,
age?
not for Thea, for the others maybe. So the children, you can listen. Let's go, for example, Rebecca.
Yes, I remember this time. Not a lot of time, but it was more appointment, more engagement,
Okay,
commitment.
okay, yeah,
You have to stick on your word. When you say I come to school, you have to come at the time because you
yeah.
have no fixed mobile to talk. And when you're children, you don't have phone. So yes, more engagement.
I think I understand. You want to say that before mobile phones, if you had an appointment at 11, you could not
Yeah,
call the person to say, oh, I'm running late. I will be 5 minutes
yeah,
late, because
yes,
you only had a phone in the house. So when you are outside, you cannot communicate. This is a very good point, you know. It's a very good point.
Hour and watch
Yeah.
were very important at the time.
Yes, totally, totally. Yes, because I don't want to say, but a phone, a smartphone today is not just a phone to speak and call. It's a watch to get to have the time. It's a camera to take pictures and videos. It many more things. Okay, thank you, Jesse. What was your life before mobile phones? Can you remember, or were you born when mobile phones were already there? Jesse.
Before mobile phone, I was in CE1.
Okay.
The first time I have a mobile phone is in CE1.
Okay.
My life was in my life. Je faisais.
I was
danser, dancing, walk to the garden.
The garden.
The garden. I walk to the garden only.
Okay.
I want to build a cabin.
Okay, a little cottage.
A little cottage.
Okay.
I visit to my, je crois que c'est neighborhood.
Yes. I used to pay a visit to my neighbors. And now my question is, what has changed with mobile phones?
What I change? Qu'est-ce qui a changé?
Yes. Yes.
But what I change, I don't. Je ne vais moins. Je vais moins. Comment dire moins?
Okay, I go in the garden less often.
I go to the garden less often.
Yes.
I go to visit my neighbors less often.
Less often, yes. Look in the chat. Less often.
Less often.
Yes.
I dancing less often and singing less often.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Thank you for your answer. It's good to know. What about you, Rosine? What was life before mobile phones came along? What was your life like?
Yes. What I can say that when you had a party, you could find the party where it was, you know. Now
yes.
If you don't have the geolocalization,
you're
a little lost. But I remember when it was Surprise Party or Boom,
yes,
you would find where it was.
You would
and,
find yes.
It was just nice because it was you could do anything.
Yes.
Now you have the sentiment that
yes.
you cannot do anything if you don't have this. And
yes.
this is just something envahissant.
Overwhelming.
It's kind of overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, yes. So with the geolocalization applications, you think that we become less let's say less able to find our ways by ourselves. But we are able to do it, but we become a little bit lazier, plus fainéant, lazier.
Yes. I remember that you would, if you were supposed to go to the party with friends, you
yes.
would meet friends in the parking,
Yes.
and you would follow the cars.
Yes.
With the warning of the
Like
cars.
a train.
And
Like a
it
train.
was just like, it was warm. It was warm. It was,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. The relationships between human beings
Yeah,
were warmer.
yeah.
Now it's a little bit cold. It's a little bit cold, just like the mobile phone, actually. It's cold. Like, yes, okay, I understand. Thank you very much,
J'ai
Rosie.
49 ans. J'ai 49 ans, hein?
49, yes, yes. No problem. I'm going to welcome Rachel and Sloan. Hello, Rachel.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Well, it's after 12 my time, but it's nice to be here. Hi.
Yes, Rachel is in French Guyana, and in French Guyana, it's 12:20.
Yes, French Guyana.
In Guadeloupe, it's 11:20, but you are 1 hour ahead. Very good. So, yes, what comes to your mind when you hear mobile phones? What comes to your mind? The first thing.
Are you asking me?
Yes, you.
Okay. What comes to my mind when I hear mobile phone? I would say communication, connection, people interacting with each other. But at the same time, it tends to drive people away because they don't spend enough time together.
Okay.
So it's a good way to keep ourselves updated with what is going on around us, because you can have the news, you can do so many things about it. I know, for example, my students like to use it for Google Translate, for example.
Yes, yes.
Which is quite
because you are an English teacher. You're an English teacher.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes, I am. So
Okay.
I must say it's quite a pain, because now whenever they get an activity, the first thought that comes to their mind is Google Translate.
I know. Yes.
Time to reflect, you know, understanding to do the activity. So there is good, there is bad, but it's quite useful, because in my personal case, I use it to connect with my family abroad. If I have family or friends in the United States, the United Kingdom, in Australia, in the Caribbean, wherever they are, it's a good way for me to be connected to them, you know. But in my close environment, yes, I can see we should learn how to use it wisely.
Wisely.
You know, yes. So
Wisely.
Yes.
Wisely avec sagesse. Wisely avec sagesse. Sagement. Okay, thank you very much, Rachel. Let's say hello to Tessa. Tessa, can you hear me? No, she can't hear me yet. So let's move on to Lisette. Lisette, have you answered the question, what was your life before mobile phones? I don't remember.
Yeah.
You answered.
Yeah.
You answered. Okay, very good. You answered?
Okay. Mobile phone changed a lot of things in my life. It's of course, because before mobile phone, I can participate meeting in my car, for example.
Yes.
And I think it's a revolution in my professional work and in my activities also, because my all is in my mobile phone. My schedule in is my mobile phone. My memories, my photo, all is my. It's not my life, but it's a good example to resume all my activities.
To sum up,
I can't how do you say in English fonctionner?
I can't work. I can do things.
Okay,
I can do things.
Okay. I can do things enough my mobile phone.
Without, yes, without.
Yeah, without my mobile.
All right. Thank you very much, Lisette. I totally understand. I think we almost all share the same opinion also. Tessa, can you hear me, Tessa? Tessa? No, Tessa is there, but she cannot hear me. No problem. Kwame, Thea, do you want to say something about this, Thea? What was your life before mobile phones? I mean, you are very young, so you cannot speak about a life before mobile phones, Thea. Thea. Hello? Thea?
Yes.
Okay. My question to you is, we are talking about life before mobile phones, but you were born after mobile phones. Yes?
No.
Tu es né après les téléphones mobiles. Après l'arrivée
I
des
did
téléphones.
not understand.
Théa, je dis que tu es né après l'arrivée des téléphones.
Yes.
OK? Donc, comparativement aux adultes qui sont dans la salle de conversation avec nous, toi, tu ne peux pas parler d'une vie avant les téléphones mobiles. Parce que tu es né avec les téléphones. On est d'accord? OK? OK, on va continuer. Let's continue. Someone wants to say something before we move on to the next question? No? All right, very good. So, listen, what would your life be without mobile phones today? If you did not have a mobile phone, what would you be able to do better, or what won't you be able to do as good as today with a mobile phone? This is my question to you. Anybody who wants to speak? Let's say, Rosine, I saw you raising your hand, your finger.
Maybe I would send cards more often.
Ooh.
I would write to my friends all over the world, and I would have postcards, postal cards, postal.
Postcards.
Postcards and stamps, beautiful stamps.
Yes, as before, I understand. Thank you. Tessa.
En fait, ton micro est coupé.
Tessa, can you hear me, Tessa?
Ton micro est coupé, en fait.
Okay, but I cannot do anything about it because her microphone is, yeah, I can only ask you to unmute your microphone, Tessa, because your microphone is muted. Okay, so we cannot hear you. Let's move on to, yeah, because myself, I cannot unmute her microphone. She has to unmute the microphone herself. So if you can hear me, Tessa, unmute your microphone, please. It's down there on the left. Down there on the left, if you use Zoom on your computer. Okay, what about you, Rebecca? What would be your life without mobile phones?
Wow. Maybe I can imagine really.
Very honest. You can't imagine your life.
Maybe I could take more time kids with myself. Yes, maybe.
More time? For what?
More time kids with myself.
Kate? I don't understand. Kate?
Kate. Quiet.
Quiet time. Okay, calm moments.
Quiet.
Okay, calm moments with yourself. Okay, peaceful moments. Okay.
Exactly, and maybe talk more with people. I do it, but maybe I could do it more without my phone. Yes.
All right, I understand. Thank you. Lionel, what would be your life without a mobile phone? Because you said you were addicted. You were the only one to be honest to say it.
Yeah, I think at the beginning it could be very hard, but most of the time I think I could make a new adaptation. You know,
of course,
it was not. Yeah, but I know at the beginning it was hard because you have some reflex.
Yes.
You know, you have to lose, but I don't think it would be so bad. You know, you just will be less connected with the world.
Yes.
Because you will have maybe less information. You know.
Yes.
In the short time, maybe you will have to wait to have information. That's it. But I think it won't be so bad.
Okay, I share your point of view. You know, it's hard at the beginning. It's like all addictions. I mean, not all of them. Some are very, very strong, but this one is not like drugs or alcohol. Okay. This one, I think, you know, it's all right. Thank you very much, Jessie. What would be your life? What would be your life with no mobile phones? Imagine and tell me.
Without mobile phone, my life is most, what do you say, tranquille?
Quiet.
Quiet. When I was in troisième, I don't have a mobile phone, and my life is quiet. I sleep a lot
better.
of better. Plus longtemps que ça. More. I sleep more and better. I take the time to read.
Yes.
I go to the essentiel.
I would go straight to what is essential. What is important. Yes. Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. If someone else wants to say something about that question, just speak now. Rachel or Kwame, Thea, what would be your life with no mobile phone?
Yes, for my part, I remember those days because I was only 4, mobile phone came out, and somehow we managed to communicate. Yes. And now communication goes faster. Yes. So even though I would want to stay away from my phone for a while, it's difficult because everything is like, it's just so present in our lives. Yes. Like, you know, it just become part of it. Someone was saying people just like to sleep with their phones now. Yes. You know? Yes. So it would be, even though I would want to stay away from it, but everything, yes, is around the mobile phone. Yes. So it could be very difficult. So I try sometimes to imagine myself in those days where I was younger. And, you know, my first mobile phone, I had it when I was 20 years old. Imagine that.
Really?
You know? Yes.
Okay.
I was 20 years old, and it was a gift from my first boyfriend. Imagine.
Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah, because he wanted to keep in touch with you.
Exactly. Exactly. So okay. Yes, it's difficult to imagine because I try to remember how people communicate before me. We used to have those telephone booths where you would have a coin or a card to have units and to dial a number, to call your grandmother, to call somebody. Yes. And the other thing also is before the mobile phone, we would remember phone numbers a lot. We would have the whole repertoire in our memory. But now, I hardly know my mom's phone number, my sister's phone number, because everything is registered in the phone.
Oh, so you mean to say?
So in a way,
So you mean to say that? You mean to say that without a mobile phone, maybe your memory would be more developed, and your eagerness to exercise your memory would be, you know, more active and more present. I get it. I totally get it.
True. Yes, it's true. I realize that because although I try to remember numbers, but I hardly do because everything that is saved. So before you even your passwords, so everything is saved in the phone.
Totally. This is so true. Somebody wants to react to this because let me tell you, people, we only have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left before it cuts. So it's time now to wrap it up. So now it's time for everybody to say something in 30 seconds. Okay? You can react to Rachel's point of view, or you can say whatever you want to say in 30 seconds. Let's go. Rosine.
There is positive and there is negative in mobile phone.
Yes, totally, totally. Oh, excuse me, Rebecca. I saw there is a new person here, but I don't know the name. It's iPhone the utilisateur.
I don't know if it's my friend Valerie or
Valerie,
son.
is it you, Valerie? Can you speak?
I don't
Valerie, no, iPhone the utilisateur. The person is not
or
talking.
Luca. It might be Luca or Valerie.
Maybe the person does not want to speak, so let's continue. Rebecca, you wanted to react to what Rosine said or what Rachel said or what anyone said? Or just to say something to conclude?
Yes, just to add something. Your question is very interesting, and the scary thing for me is I feel afraid without my phone, and I feel it's not normal just to say I'm scared to miss something or something, some people in an accident or some bad thing I can help.
Yes.
That's not normal to have this caring, but I had the impression the system built like if we vote it's people unable to have you communicate with you, it's dangerous.
Okay, yes. Thank you for sharing this. Lionel, you want to say something in less than 20 seconds, please?
No, because I lost the part of the communication because I have a problem with my connection.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Thea or Kwame, very quickly, because I think it's going to cut. I apologize before.
Yes.
Désolé if it cuts during the meeting because it's automatic. Yes, Kwame.
I think that without cell phones, news would arrive less quickly.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, totally. If we did not have a mobile phone, we could not get the news so quick. Of course. Yes, I get you. What about you, Lisette?
Yeah, I don't agree with Rachel. I don't think
quickly,
mobile phone.
Quickly.
Rachel. I don't think mobile phone reduce your capacities, memories, because with mobile phone you can training. Yeah, you can training and develop your memories. I don't think use mobile phone to your number phone or other thing reduce your memories capacities.
Thank you very much, Lisette. Okay, I just want to say, if you want to be in our WhatsApp group, send me a message on WhatsApp because we have a group. Almost everyone here is in the group. If you want to be in the group, send me a message on WhatsApp and I'm going to add you in the group. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, someone is trying to come in.